Time now again to turn our attentions to health matters. I think we all know that menopause is basically the end of the reproductive cycle within a woman, but it also can lead to sleepless nights with a lot of side effects, and of course a very different experience, I think, for each and every woman. So I brought our resident expert and a woman to help me through this rather difficult discussion. No, this really is something that affects all of us, affects a lot of families. It's not just the women themselves, but talk me through that process. What is actually happening within a woman when menopause onset?
Well, first of all, Graham, thanks for being so comfortable with discussing women issues.
And honest, yeah.
Yes. With menopause specifically, it affects not only the women that suffer with menopause, but also their loved ones, because during menopause, there are lots of mood swings, often irritability, anger outbursts, mild depression, etc., and also hot flashes during the night. That results in insomnia, and then you wake up cranky because you're tired.
And you can understand all of this when looking at what is going on within the body. As with the change when a woman is about to give birth and watching what Alana's gone through, how radically her body has changed, the same applies when those hormonal levels are beginning to adjust. So what is the first step? Do we need to look at hormone replacement or hormone treatment as our first step? Where do we begin?
Well, I suppose that question needs to be asked to your doctor. In general, many women go through natural menopause after the age of about 50. Some women get it a lot younger than that. So I think if it's a bit premature, it's always best to speak to your gynecologist first. But as with puberty, some women go through puberty without major upheavals and symptoms. The same can happen with menopause, with mild hot flashes, etc. So in that case, I wouldn't think hormone treatment is necessary, but it's up to the doctor to decide with the patient. And
I think with early onset, the psychological element is also quite potent for the woman going through that. You need to speak to a professional who can guide you through that process and let you know that while the body is changing, the person is still exactly the same. I
think with the early onset, yes, the psychological issues are important, but even more the physiological effects. Because at the beginning of menopause, the female sex hormone levels are decreased, and that has impacts on heart health, on bone health, etc. We're looking at bone density, etc. And that's sometimes where the hormone replacement therapy is needed. But sometimes natural remedies can also work. So we're looking at some foods and supplements that can offer some relief.
And incredibly healthy foods are there from what I can see. Take me through what you've got on our little display here.
I must admit, these aren't my favourite foods, but the selection...
Well, thank you for being honest then.
The selection of foods here are specifically rich in phytonutrients or phytoestrogens.
Okay.
And that sounds like the female hormone estrogen, but it's not a hormone. These are plant components that have balancing effects on the side effects of the hormone fluctuations in women's bodies. So here we've got the best source, soybeans. And to get relief from those hot flashes and irritability, you'll have to eat about this portion of soybeans every day, which I love beans, but soybeans I find really difficult to enjoy.
They are quite bland. I think that's the problem with a lot of what I'm seeing here. It is relatively bland, but I'm sure there are ways that you can spice it up. We'll put it to our cooking team. Yeah.
Over here, which looks like a piece of white butter, it's tofu. So it's soybean curd. So it's also something that we get in Asian cooking. And once again, you need to spice it up a bit. And over here, we've got a whole bowl full of flax seeds or linseeds. And these also contain some of those phytonutrients. So these types of foods can help balance the effects of the hormonal fluctuations in a woman's body.
Okay, now provided we can't get these foods on a regular basis or can't stomach this level of tofu, what else can we take from a supplement perspective?
Well, they've looked at the nutrients in these foods and the therapeutic effects and realized these foods aren't realistic to consume every day in those quantities. So that's why they make supplements like the Vital Menopause. And in here is a concentrate of the soy isoflavones and also red clover extract. And this really helps to bring some relief from those menopausal symptoms. If you're uncertain, go to the doctor first, but this is really something that can help.
Now I'm noticing also a lovely refreshment here. Do you have a vital tip of the day?
Yes, a very simple vital tip for the day for hot flashes is iced tea. And here we've got some cranberry juice mixed with calming chamomile tea.
Oh, nice.
Oops. Oh. That's
that
quite a splash.
Yeah, that's a refreshing splash, like an advert.
And some mint to garnish.
Oh, very nice.
So that will definitely help to cool down some of those hot flushes.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I know this is difficult subject matter. For women out there that would like to have a chat to you and connect directly, how can they do that?
Oh, on Facebook. If they're on Facebook, they just can search Andrea du Plessis Vital Expert.
Andrea, thank you so much. This has been very informative for a male as well. But hopefully you guys at home, you've also taken some of this on board. Always, always go to a professional first if you are experiencing any of the side effects that we've spoken about. Make sure that you speak to your doctor or your preferred health professional.
Healthy living is easy with the Vital Club. Join before the end of February and you could win a Vital product hamper. Visit vital.coza to join.